What's up, guys? Welcome to another trade recap. So it's been a while since my last trade recap, and a lot of shit has gone down. So if you guys follow me on my other platforms, you already know what has happened this past week and a little towards the end of last week. So I've taken 5 red trades in a row, which is beyond rare for me. That never happens in my back testing and just my overall experience in the market. It's very rare that happens to me, but it's a part of life and it does happen. I'm not going to sit here and say I played it perfectly, all of those trades. Like, I traded to my strategy on all those trades, of course. I always do. But there were trades that I missed that were green. So that hurt my, like, the overall. Basically, I blew 5 Lucid accounts, my Lucid funded accounts that were all at max payout. I think all of them are at almost or already at the $2,000 balance, which for the 25K accounts is the max for you to request, because you can request 1,000 per account. And I ended up requesting 1,000 from one of the accounts, which was the leader. So that was pretty good, I guess. Made up for it. And then all of the accounts ended up getting blown over the course of those trades. So pretty unfortunate. And my Apex accounts, my 10 Apex accounts they're not blown, but they're pretty close to blown. I do think I can save like at least 9 of them. One of them has like $500 drawdown left, and then the other ones have like 1,000. And then I think my leader, which I've had for a few months, has like 1,500 drawdown. So there's a very low chance that I blow all of those, or even really any. Like, the next trade that I take, like it being a loss, is just, I've never seen it, basically. So, but it could happen. So I'm fine with either like whatever happens. I don't really care, because all that matters is you're sticking to your strategy. And yeah, so that's what's happened. And I do want to say the way that I've taken these losses over the past week and a little towards the end of last week were so unlucky. Like, one of the days my break even got, like, today my break even got tapped by a tick and it ended up running to TP. So that was unfortunate. I'll get into that in a little bit. One of the days a break even got, or I'm sorry, for me to get break even, it missed it by a tick, and it made me get stopped out. I couldn't go break even, so I had to hold the whole trade, and of course it stops me out. And then of course when it stops me out, it runs all the way to TP. And all of these were longs, by the way. We're at all-time highs, and throughout all those trades we were very close to all-time highs. But yeah, I don't really care that much. All that matters, again, is that I'm following my strategy. And yeah, so for today, we had an interesting one. So the line that I have here is all-time highs. And we opened a little over here. So we had news, I think it was NFP at 8:30. Didn't really care for it. We swept out both highs and lows, so mid. And what happens market open? So we sweep out these little lows, and what do? We have very strong aggressive candles to the upside, just looking like another day to long. Now, I don't long this candle, which probably would have been in my best interest looking back, but what can you do? I wanted a little bit more confirmation. And this trade, I don't want to go too much. It's not really it's not like I held a fair value gap and started coming up. It was more of like a spec play. Like, the odds of it not tapping all-time highs are pretty low. Like, we're just going to keep, when you're this close or at all-time highs, just long. It's pretty simple. Like, unless it gives you a reason not to, you'll be pretty safe most of the time longing. But yeah, so let's forward a little bit. So this candle, I believe this was the candle I entered on. I didn't enter on the close. I entered a little bit before it closed, and we ended up having like a little wick down. And I entered around here. So let's just mark out where my entry, like around where it was. So my stop was all the way down here. Now, do I do this? Very rarely, where my draw is right here and I'm getting a 0.4 out of it. Very rarely will that happen. So obviously I'm not going to take the trade if I'm not getting a full 1-to-1. So I drag my TP all the way up here. My stop loss is under this candle wick. And let's play the trade out. So for whatever reason, usually I will go break even when my draw has been taken. But again, we are at all-time highs. We are very strong. So I'm really expecting these gaps to hold. And yeah, what happens? It does. We come down to this 1 minute gap right here and we hold. But what happens to me before that? Sorry, I think I lied. I did go break even because that's what the whole trade was about. So I don't know why I even said that. I went break even, and I don't know why I was saying I didn't go break even. Of course I went break even. We took the draw. But what happened? We tapped my break even to a literal tick. Like if this is this should be a tick. Let's see. Like that's a tick. Yeah, I pretty much drew out the exact entry that I had. So very unlucky, and then what do we do? Of course, fucking ramp all the way up, and then all day we just basically go up, and then we're at all-time highs. So I mean, you can long, but I mean, I sometimes long when we're above all-time highs, but it also depends. Like ES at this time was not. Oh no, we were. Wait, is this right? Pretty sure we broke all-time highs at one point. We were under all-time highs on ES, so I think this is all-time highs right here. And then we were above it on NQ, and that's kind of where it's like, do you want to keep trading when one is under, one can create an SMT, and that's what actually happened to me on one of the trades where an SMT was the reason why my trade got stopped out, but I don't really care. I mean, that's part of my strategy. But yeah, very unlucky week, very, very frustrating. And yeah, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm all happy and shit. Like, obviously it sucks to have to go back to the eval stage on the Lucids. So it does suck to have to pass them and then start at ground zero, but whatever. Like, all you can really do as a trader, again, is just trade to the best of your abilities, follow your strategy with no deviation, and you'll be chilling. I already know that the next set of accounts I buy, which I just bought, I'll 10x the amount of money. Like, most likely I'll 10x my initial investment on that, and hopefully I keep the apexes. That would be pretty cool. If I don't, again, who cares? Just got to do what I got to do, and that's it. And I don't want to keep dragging this video any longer, but yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for tuning in. And if you guys want more live updates on my current trading, you guys can look at my shorts on YouTube, but I don't know. I post them on Instagram Shorts and Instagram Reels, and then I post them on TikTok, and then I post my actual P&L and my entry, not my entry, but my P&L on X. So that's all in the description if you guys want to go there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.